So the rise of Marathas. Today we are going to do some important long answer questions, that is of 4 marks, and there are total 15 long answer questions. Okay, so let us start. First question is, how did the Bhakti movement influence the political movement of the Marathas? The Bhakti movement greatly influenced the Maratha political movement in the following ways. Unity among people. Bhakti saints preach equality, which help unite people across caste and classes. Promotion of regional languages. Saints like Tukaram and Ganeshwar use Marathi, which strengthen regional identity and unity. Moral and spiritual motivation. Bhakti teachings gave people moral courage and a sense of patriotism. Support for leadership. The Bhakti movement created a supportive social atmosphere for the rise of strong leaders like Shivaji Maharaj. Now, what were the early influences on Shivaji's life? So, Jijabai, his mother, she taught him values of truth, courage, dharma, and patriotism through stories from the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Sahaji Raje, father, a skilled general who inspired Shivaji's interest in warfare and administration. Dadaji Khandudev, who is the mentor and administrator. Dadoji Khandudev, his mentor and administrator. He trained Shivaji in statecraft, military tactics, and governance. Bhakti saints, teaching of saints like Sant Tukaram and Sant Ramdas influenced his sense of justice, devotion, and equality. Political situation also. Shivaji witnessed the operation of local people by the Mughals, which motivated him to fight for Swaraj. Next question is, why did Shivaji Maharaj at the age of 16 launch a military campaign and capture unoccupied and neglected forts? So, strategic importance of the forts. Forts were key to controlling territory in the Deccan region. Even neglected forts could become strong military base. Guidance from Dadoji Khandadev, that is Shivaji mentor, guided and trained him military and political strategy, encouraging him to take bold steps early. Motivated by patriotism and mother's teaching, his mother Jijabai filled him with pride, courage, and a sense of duty toward his land and people. Weakness of local rulers. The Adil Shah rule was weakening and many forts were poorly guarded or ignored, giving Shivaji a good opportunity. Next, what bold action did Shivaji take against Shaista Khan? So, Shivaji planned a surprise attack. Shivaji carefully planned a secret night attack on Shaista Khan. Shivaji entered in disguise. He and his men disguised themselves and entered the city without raising suspicion. Attack at night. He launched the attack at Shaista Khan camp at midnight, catching the Mughal soldiers off guard. Wounded Shaista Khan. During the attack, 3 fingers of Shaista Khan were cut off as he narrowly escaped. And after that, Shivaji and his men escaped successfully after the mission without getting caught. Okay. So this is the bold action did Shivaji take against Shaista Khan. Why did Shivaji attack Surat and what does the sack of Surat show about Shivaji's strategy? So economic gain. Surat was a rich Mughal trading port full of wealth and goods. Weaken Mughal power. Shivaji knows attacking Surat would damage the Mughal economy and reduce their resources. Then fund Maratha Empire. Shivaji needed money to build and strengthen his army and administration. So that's why he attacked Surat. Now what is strategic move? So Shivaji focused on plundering merchant warehouses and treasury rather than engaging in full-scale war. The raid sent a strong message about Shivaji growing power and independence. Okay. So this is the strategy of Shivaji Maharaj. Now next is, why was Shivaji coronation significant? Shivaji was coronated on 6 June 1674 at Raigarh Fort. He was given the title Chhatrapati and his formal title after coronation was Sri Raja Shiva Chhatrapati. Its significance: it marked the formal establishment of the Maratha Empire. It confirmed Shivaji as an independent and legitimate ruler. It united the Maratha people under a strong Hindu king and it symbolized Swarajya, that is self-rule and resistance against Mughal dominance. Next, how did Dakshina Digvijay benefit Shivaji kingdom? So territorial expansion. It extended Shivaji control into the southern Deccan, increasing the size of his kingdom. Strategic forts. Capturing fort in the south gave Shivaji strong defensive position and control over important trade routes. Increased resources. It gained access to new resources, wealth and manpower from southern territories. Political influence. It strengthened Shivaji influence over neighboring kingdoms and sultanate, and it boosted to Maratha prestige. So it enhanced the prestige and recognition of the Maratha Empire as a powerful force in India, right? Next. Who was Sambhaji Maharaj? What made him a great ruler? Why is Sambhaji called a martyr? So Sambhaji Maharaj was the eldest son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and the second ruler of the Maratha Empire. He was a brave warrior, skilled administrator, and continued his father's fight against the Mughal Empire, especially against Emperor Aurangzeb. Sambhaji is called a martyr despite being captured, tortured, and offered freedom by Aurangzeb. He chose to die for his dharma and his people, showing great courage and sacrifice. Next, describe the administrative system of the Maratha Empire with reference to its civilian administration, military organization, maritime supremacy, judicial system, and trade network. So, civilian administration, it was headed by the Chhatrapati, and Chhatrapati, that is the king, it was assisted by Astapradhan Council of 8 ministers. Administration was decentralized into provinces and villages with official managing local affairs. Military organization. The Marathas maintained a strong cavalry-based army divided into Burghis and Siledars. Shivaji employed guerrilla warfare and relied on strategically located forts for defense. Maritime supremacy. Shivaji built a powerful navy to protect the Konkan coast from Portuguese. Naval bases like Sindhudurg and Vijayadurg secure sea trade and defense. Judicial system and trade network. Justice was based on Hindu law and local customs with panchayats, handling civil disputes. The Marathas promoted inland and coastal trade, collecting revenue through custom duties and market taxes. Next, how did Shivaji Maharaj contribute to the cultural revival of the Marathas? Shivaji Maharaj played a key role in the cultural revival by promoting the use of Marathi language in administration instead of Persian, reviving Hindu festivals and temples that had declined under foreign rule, patronizing Maratha poets, scholars, and saints, and upholding traditional values and restoring pride in Hindu culture. Who was Tarabai and how did she contribute to the Maratha Empire? So, Tarabai was the wife of Rajaram Maharaj, the younger son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. After his death, she became the regent of her minor son Shivaji II. Her contribution include leading the Maratha resistance against Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, acting as a skilled military leader and administrator, keeping the Maratha Empire united during a critical time, and fighting to preserve Swarajya despite internal and external challenges. Now, what was the importance of Ahilyabai Holkar rule in Indian history? So, Ahilyabai Holkar rule is remembered for efficient administration with minimal corruption, focus on welfare of our subjects including women and farmers, restoration and construction of famous temples like Kashi Vishwanath and Somnath. Her reign stood out as a model of peace, prosperity and cultural development during a time of political instability in India, right? So this is the answer, the importance of Ahilyabai Holkar rule in Indian history. Next, explain the cultural significance of Tanjavur. So the Marathas ruled Tanjavur from the late 17th century and significantly contributed to its cultural development. Promotion of art and music. The Maratha kings were a great patron of Carnatic music, dance, especially Bharatnatyam and temple arts. Cultural blending. The Marathas helped blend Maratha and Tamil culture, encouraging literature, religious harmony, and education in Tanjavur. Architectural marvels. So the city is home to Brideshwar Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay. So this is the cultural significance of Tanjavur. Question number 14. What is Maratha Confederacy and what caused the decline of the Maratha Confederacy? So the Maratha Confederacy was a political arrangement where power was shared among different Maratha chiefs. The main families included the Peshwas, Scindias, Holkars. Although they were united under the Maratha Empire, each ruled independently in their region. Now, the decline of Maratha Confederacy was due to internal rivalries among the Maratha chiefs, weak leadership after the death of strong Peshwas like Bajirao I, and British interference and military defeat in the Anglo-Maratha War. And last question is, what were the key contribution of the Maratha to Indian history? So, military strength created a powerful military system with mobile cavalry and guerrilla warfare tactics. Political decentralization. Maratha established the Maratha Confederacy promoting regional self-rule. Cultural patronage. Supported literature, arts and architecture in Marathi and Sanskrit. And finally, administrative reform. Developed revenue systems like Chauth and Sardeshmukhi and emphasized local governance. So this is the key contribution of the Marathas to Indian history. So these are 15 important long answer questions from the topic, that is the rise of Marathas. So this much for this video, and thank you for watching until the end.